Hi, welcome to my Ottoman podcast this week. I thought of talking a little bit about the key factors that you must use when you do a design. If we take what is a design? A design is something that conveys a message or a story that connects you with it. And you must have known and found there are advertisements that you feel connected and some they don't, because all these designs, they have a connection, a story to tell, a visual representation of the words, the images, the thoughts that combine it together. So what are the key factors we need to consider? 1. You have to have an idea why your client wants to design this. They might give you just a little brief, but there must be a purpose behind that brief that you need to clarify and find out. Because if you find out those, only you will be able to know the target market, the purpose, what kind of a design they need, and what kind of a message they want to convey. What's the main focus of that design will be. Plus the form they want this design to be, because functionality matters. So what are the ways that you can do a design? There are print, digital platforms, websites, and there are many other ways that you can use. When you do a design, you have to consider about these things as well, because the specifications for each design will vary depending on what your client needs. If you take a print design, will have a separate color mode than the digital screens or digital designs that you have to keep in mind. And print designs will never be interactive. Bear those things in mind and clarify before you go to the next step. The next step is you have to understand the project, understand the purpose, and then you have to find out the resources. What are the resources? You have to think of the colors. The colors must blend with the purpose and the brand guideline of your client. And fonts. Colors and fonts play a big role because colors help with the visual impact as same as the fonts. Fonts can set a tone and a feel with the design. So keep in mind, finding the proper colors and the fonts will help you out with the design rather than spending a lot of time looking for it. Discuss with your client beforehand what type of colors, fonts they want and the tone they want to set in that design. Same goes to the images. Bear in mind, images gives you a higher higher visual impact, because a visual, an image or a photo will give the idea out really quickly. So you have to be very careful when you are looking for an image for a design. The other thing is, how are you going to lay out your design? Because when the way you lay out a design, will also give an impact for the final output, and these might vary from the type of design you do. Now, if you take a flyer design, the way you design a flyer is different from how you design a book cover. Same goes with a big billboard or a postcard. The information you provide might be less or more, or it might have one picture or a vector or an illustration in the design. So think how all of these will help to create the final design. That is for print. But when we take interactive designs or digital designs, there are more things that we can do. There's virtual reality, plus you can use interactivity so the user can experience through it, like kiosks, touch it and play around with them. You have to think of those things. If it's an interactive design, it's a different concept from what you do for print. So have a clear idea, and if it's an interactive design, always remember to create some concept design ideas or sketches so that it helps you to create a smooth design at the end. So you will have less modifications and less hassle correcting this and that. But what is the final purpose of the design? Apart from those functionality and purpose of the client's needs, you will be telling a story. At the end, your design might be able to tell a story out of all those things that you have done. How do you check if your design is giving out a story? It actually depends on your client and you. It's something that you need to discuss and refine with your client and see how it goes. There are times that you can give out your ideas to your client, and there is a chance that they might like what you build up at the end rather than what they suggested. Keep in mind, if you think you can do a better design than what they have given you, try it out. Don't be afraid, because you're not going to lose anything. With this, I'll stop for today. I'll see you next time. Subscribe and keep in touch. Bye.